the panoramic art thing that they're going to do. So I wonder how many they're going to do of that.
They did 4 for Lord of the Rings, was it? Hey. I think that's a pretty cool shtick that they did there with that.
Right?
Feels very, very like, very good.
Right. So. Oh no.
I was going to say, I don't got paper towels in here. I'll have to run and get them, but if you're doing good. No, there we go.
Yeah, a little bit came off. I got it. I made the mess. I made the mess.
Don't worry.
Too late. I'm already.
Fucking sit. Jesus. Bunch of magic stuff. There's the same bunch of magic stuff to nobody at all. Yeah, I was going through all my extra rares and stuff that weren't sorted, and uncommons and commons. Starting to go through that, and also all my foils that I did the back-to-back thing, front to back.
Oh yeah.
All the way through, and I'm testing out another thing of defoil or decurling a foil in an airtight with a damp paper towel. I put some uncared for foils to see how they would react to getting moisture back into them that way. Have you heard of those boost silica packs?
Yeah.
They're primarily like the thing that they were for before was keeping your tobacco and your weed like humidified and in good condition.
Not many people know this, but you can put your weed in there.
You can put your weed in there. Was that a fucking SNL with Adam Sandler?
No, it was Hot Chick.
Hot Chick with Adam
Where
Sandler.
where Adam Sandler became the Rob Schneider.
That's what it was. Okay.
Role.
Like I pictured Adam Sandler doing the thing there. I'm like, oh, that had to have been an SNL skit, but no.
I mean, it very well, honestly, too, could have been, but that's where I remember it from is Hot Chicks. So, or Hot Chick.
Very possible. Hey, we got Crazy Mage. Look at these bitches. Look at you, bitch.
Hey, I only see one bitch in this area. And it ain't on this side of the screen.
Indeed, it is not. How goes it for you, sir? What you up to? You excited to hear all this crazy Magic news that we got from Pro Tour? You got Wilds, man. I did not get the pre-order for that because I don't have the extra cash. I am so bummed. But as soon as I get it, I'm getting it. Is there performance issues? I saw some articles that were talking that Wilds had some performance issues.
Just like
Mug
most
pressed.
men in America.
But found out recently that Hims Hers is a publicly sold stock.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
You haven't experienced the performance issues? Okay, good to know. Yeah, it just popped up for some people, and there's like a few memes that I saw about something like that. Someone was saying that their air fryer operates better than... So I don't know if it was like, I didn't read into it to see if it was like a PC issue, like maybe it was a lot to do for a PC, but fuck, I loved watching all the gameplays and the earlies and stuff, the developer behind the scenes and stuff. God, that game. Are you a Monster Hunter fan?
I've never played any.
Let me tell you. So, like, how I'm on Power Rangers for a secret lair, if they fucking have a Monster Hunter secret lair, I'm fucking going ham on that for sure. A Witcher as well. So, you named your chicken tenders. Fucking great.
Why not just call it tenders and then that's That's why it's funny. Your chicken is tenders.
Tendy.
Yeah, chicken tendy. Yeah.
Spicy tea. A lot of names there. Oh my god. Fuck. Watching the Insect Glaive gameplay of that, because I'm an Insect Glaive main, just gets my giblets all just happy. Fucking want that game so bad. I've been playing ESO. As you know, Mage, I've been playing ESO a lot because Preston also is playing ESO. Called my Palico Nuggets. Yeah, such a good name. How are you on the side of speaking Palicos? We got John saying evening. Hello. Hello, Johnny.
Yo, yo.
Good evening. Are you a monster hunter?
Good evening.
Children.
I changed out the commander for that deck.
Did you?
Yep. Just the printing.
Okay.
So now when I play that deck, all it's going to be is children.
Those cereal cards were still really good.
I'm waiting for the next cycle of them.
Like in anticipation that they're gonna do it.
They're going to do it. They got to do a third one.
Okay.
Like they can't leave us hanging like this with just 2.
There's going to be more. I mean, they have so many different cereal potential that they're going to do. Should have kept the rising part where if there is more than 2, everyone's Palico shows up. I didn't play Rise. I played World, so it was always sad if more than 2, the Palicos stayed back. Because I like the Palicos. They're very helpful. They are indeed very helpful. Well, enough of this Monster Hunter World talk here. Should we talk Magic instead?
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Matt and Garrett Show, Part 3.
What's there?
The Trace.
There has to be a good like movie analogy, right, for that, where they have a funny name. I don't think we're like Fast and the Furious material.
Not yet.
Is Tokyo Drift the third one? Does it go fast to Tokyo Drift?
I can't remember what order they came out in. I feel like that's the right order.
I feel like that's the right order too, but I'm not positive.
But then when you go into the Fast and Furious timeline, that's a prequel?
Yes, I think that's the prequel.
And it's just like, what the fuck? Why? What? When did a movie about driving cars and stealing shit become so complicated?
Was it a graphic novel before?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was about to say, if it was a graphic novel, comic book kind of a thing, then sure. Then
Don't
that would make...
you dare blame comic book logic for this shit.
It's not blaming.
Okay?
It's not blaming.
Don't you dare.
It's pulling an analogy, a close potential of someone who has done it before. Comic books would make sense.
Don't you dare reference something I'm going to talk about in the Sugar Report. Damn it.
Are you comic books? Or Fast and Furious? Are you Fast and Furious fans?
No.
No. Okay.
We'll get to it. So we should probably start.
Johnny says Tokyo Drift is 3.
There we go.
Look at that. We got there.
So we're a prequel? This is happening in the past? But as far as everyone's concerned, it's happening third?
And did anybody realize that Tokyo Drift was a prequel until the one guy showed up because he died in the second one?
Here's the thing. I don't think, like, when they made it, they're like, oh, this is going to be a prequel because we're making this into a whole saga, a series.
I think it's more than a saga because they're at, what, like 12 right now?
Yeah, it's like 24. I don't know.
I don't think it's that much because, like, aren't the Hobbs and Shaw, like, are they part of the timeline or are they...
Dude, I don't... Can we talk about something actually less confusing and just talk Magic?
That says a lot. That says a lot.
30 years of history, and it's less confusing than fucking Fast and the Furious.
Figure it out, Lionsgate. I don't think it's Lionsgate.
Get your shit together.
Hello and welcome, Magic folk, to episode 423. I don't think it's 400. Was it supposed to be 200?
I think it's 200.
That's a typo on my part. My God. 223 then, or 243. Is that my dyslexia kicking in? Is it 243, I think?
I think it's 244. No, it is 243.
243. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I just got those numbers mixed around. Sorry there. For episode 243.
Because here's the best part. The document is labeled correctly.
I see that.
You want to start that over?
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well. Might as well.
Bloopers.
Hello and welcome, Magic Folk, to episode 243 of This Week in MTG, your aggregate news podcast for all things Magic the Gathering. We're your hosts. I'm Matt. No Danny again. No just Anthony again. But we got the one and only big, beautiful Big G.
Pew, pew, pew. It's the Matt and Garrett Show.
The Matt and Garrett Show.
The trilogy.
The trilogy.
Ooh. I mean, really, we are a trilogy now. Well, we're more than a trilogy, but
Is that
in recent times, we're a trilogy.
Is that the Revenge of the Sith is the third?
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. So
That's the one that everybody likes.
out of the prequels, yeah.
Right. Okay. What the Phantom Menace was the first one though, right?
Correct.
But everybody likes Darth Maul. I like Darth Maul at least.
I do too. That's why he was so popular when he came back in Clone Wars.
Wasn't that like a whole hard thing for them to try to do because it was like he was pretty much dead?
Well, I mean, yes, but they explained it really well.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't read the
Lightsaber
books.
cut him in half. Everything was cauterized. And Darth Maul had so much hate in him, he literally used the Force to keep him alive because he hated Obi-Wan Kenobi that much.
So he's overflowing with midichlorians.
He's overflowing with something at this point.
I was trying to see if you were going to be one of those ones that take the midichlorian rage bait there, because some people don't believe that's how the Force works, right? That's their scientific.
Matt?
We've been talking
Hey,
too
Matt.
much movies
Matt.
for a person who doesn't
Hey.
know shit about movies.
Hey, Matt,
Yes.
do you not think I've learned better now than to fall into your rage bait bullshit
I don't
on
think
this show?
necessarily rage bait. Trolling.
Really?
Trolling.
Really? You know me well enough to know certain things will fucking grind my gears.
This one caught me off guard. But I'll remember it for next time, storing that in the bank. Let's get back to thanking y'all for deciding to listen to part tres, Revenge of the Sith here of This Week in MTG. We're grateful for the opportunity to bring you the latest updates, insights, and discussions from around the world of Magic each week. Here's to many more episodes of shared excitement and community. Now, if you're being entertained by the stuff that we're producing right now, go rate and review us on whichever podcast app you're using. That helps us in the algorithm thingamabob. One of our favorite ways is just word of mouth. Tell your friends, your rivals, your grandma. Let her know. Now, all that podcast business out of the way, this is the breakdown. This is what you're going to be hearing this week. Going to start going over to the Boggle Desk where we have some Salt and Sugar reports. Then we're going to talk about upcoming events. Then we'll jump into the news because there's a lot of news that came because we had Pro Tour Aether Drift this last weekend. And it was Pro Tour and MagicCon all wrapped into one. So there's panels, there's news, there was gaming, everything you ever want in Magic. After that, we're going to play everyone's favorite game, the Counter Currency, and then we'll end the podcast. You'll be done with us for another 2 weeks or maybe a week. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So let's kick it over to the Boggle Desk there.
Let's do it. All right, so we got some sugar. So if you're in our Discord, you've been noticing I've been posting a lot of mail days this week.
Yeah, 3?
3. So 1/2, because technically I could go 1A, 1B, because I ended up making 2 orders to Card Kingdom that came on the same day.
Okay,
So-
that's pretty lucky.
Yeah. So I got that. Part of that being finishing off some cards that I needed for current decks that were in existence prior to the order. And then got my Street Fighter cards back. Well, got them back. I think I had them, and then I had them in foil, and then I just dum-dummed and put them in a trade or something like that.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah. Even though I purposely was holding on to them ever since the Marvel announcement going, I'm fucking making a Marvel versus Capcom deck.
Right.
So I got those back now. So that's cool. And then got Nomad and I did a card swap because he wanted a Crater Hoof, and he's like, well, what if I give you a monkey? And I was like, I would like a nice looking monkey for my monkey deck.
Regavan or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the multiverse art one that was pretty much the
The pirate looking one.
well, it was also like one of the Pro Tour Secret Lair.
Oh, that
arts.
one. Okay, yep.
Well, not like the like super crazy one that like Wade has.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, look it up. So not that one, obviously. That one, which I think it was used in a different art too, I thought. Or maybe it was just it was the chase art. Yeah, so that was just the chase art for the Multiverse Legends.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
It does look good. Which is the Kaladesh Invention border for
Yep.
those of you that aren't need to think of the visualness of it.
Yep. So got that, and then it finally happened. It finally happened, Matt.
What happened?
I got my Marvel Secret Lairs.
Finally. Took you long enough.
Well, remember, I lumped them in with my
Ooh.
Extra Life one too.
And that was back in November.
Yeah, and that was back. The Extra Life one was back ordered, so
Honestly, not bad.
didn't get any of the. Well, I suppose here's my salt. Didn't get any of the super rare bonus cards, so no abundant growths.
But no fucked up mailing
I
packaging.
I got everything I needed. Everything, all the cards look good. Like, that was one thing, too. I was taking a picture of each single one as I undid them just to go, cool, I got them. Awesome. Wonderful. So there's that. And then a little added sugar is a coworker of mine and I are doing a Marvel versus Capcom challenge. So I'm doing the Marvel because I've got those cards.
Yep.
And trying to figure out the nice, tactful way of getting all the cards in there.
Right.
Kenrith is my commander, and the reason being, so this is where getting pissed off at you for alluding to something earlier.
Oh,
I was talking with my buddy James about this because we were sitting, like, I jokingly was like, "Well, we should do Marvel versus Capcom decks against each other. You do one, I do the other. You do Capcom, I'll do the Marvel one since I have the Marvel cards." He's like, "Okay, cool." And like period one, he's like, messaged me on Teams. He's like, "Dude, there's so many good decks I could do with this." He started listing them. I'm like, "Damn it. I was going to get work done today."
Yeah.
And then you do this. So then I'm trying to sit there and find commanders and shit. And at first I was looking at 4-color commanders, and then all of a sudden. Sorry, I was reading the comment. Anyway.
No, I think Johnny's referring to Tokyo Drift there. Han was from a previous movie directed by Justin, Better Luck Tomorrow. Then he was also played by Sung Kang.
Anyway.
I knew there was something special about that.
Yeah.
There's something there.
So and then I just jokingly was like, "Oh man, I should just do Kenrith and not really care about black." And just, there you go. All the abilities work really well for the other colors.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, wait a minute. Black one brings back from the graveyard, doesn't it? And he goes, "Yeah, why?" It's an actual comic deck. No one stays dead.
Oh. Marvel Zombies.
No, they just always come back somehow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway. So there's that. Other than that, Salt this week. I just haven't gotten a chance to really play much Magic this week. It is what it is. But
I got some Salt and Sugar as well.
all right, what you got?
Sugar. I got to play some hockey this last Wednesday. Not Magic-related Sugar here, but I was very hyped for that. The Salt was that it was the last drop-in hockey for Fargo Parks for the season. And also, all the outdoor rinks are closed for the season as well.
Yeah, it's warming up.
It is. So,
Well,
I was a wee bit sad about that.
should we? Why don't we run down some decks here?
Let's do this.
For some Pro Tour stuff. So this is all standard Aether Drift standard decks. I think just because we do have a lot of the news, I'm just going to kind of breeze through some of this. Sound good?
Yeah, you do.
Sounds good. All right, cool. All right, so
we don't have Anthony here to want to deconstruct all the decks here.
Valid point. All right, so for this one, I'm going to give as best as I can without slaughtering their names, who was running the deck, and then what their total record was, and the name of the deck, and give a little bit more insight based off of the archetype that is presented. Thank you to mtgdecks.net for all their wonderful information. Gives you good details and everything. So let's start at the bottom and work our way to the top. We've got Ian Robb playing a mono red aggro red deck wins deck. He took 8th place with a 12-5 record. And then we've got Quinta Harin. We're going to go with Harin. Is listed as a Jeskai Oculus, where it's mostly an Izzet and then a splash of white, it looks like. And then we've got Lucas DeChow playing a Gruul Leyline deck, where it seems more like it's a Rakdos with a splash of green. And then a Golgari Graveyard deck. The Gruul deck went 13-4, and then the Golgari Graveyard deck, played by Zenon Faust, went 14-3. Golgari Graveyard deck, so recursion. And then Yachin Lu? I'm going with Lu. Went 14-4, Gruul aggro. And then Christopher Leonard playing a Domain Overlord, so a primary Celestia, and then that splash of black and blue in there for some of the other stuff. Also went 14-4. Those two. Do we have who won?
James Dimitrov.
Thank you.
Is second place.
Oh, he's second. Okay.
Yeah, Domain Overlords there. Overlords. The second one.
Oh.
Because they just have the melee name there for them.
Yeah. And I was going who got 3rd and 4th between those two because they have identical records.
Oh yeah, Christopher Leonard got 3rd, and
it actually does go in order.
Correct,
Perfect,
yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. And then another Domain Overlords deck, played by Shadow Titan 1-2-3,
which was James Dimitrov.
Yep, which we just covered, but I hadn't gotten there yet, so
My bad.
it's all good.
I was jumping the gun.
And then number 1 went 18-1, Domain Overlords by Matt Nass. My guess is all the same.
Yeah. So with the top 2 decks are very similar. With Dimitrov's deck, they went a little more in the main board to be prepared for the. I think it was Matt Nass that had Atraxa in the main then. And that's supposed to have a slight edge in the mirror, having an Atraxa, because typically it gets relegated to the sideboard. If my computer decides to load here,
Give you relegation.
We can confirm. Cannot confirm. It's in the side. Was it an earlier deck by Christopher Leonard then? It was Christopher Leonard that had it in the main. Okay, so 3rd place had it in the main. But domain decks, very popular because they are up the beanstalk decks, because 40% of the deck triggers up the beanstalk, so you're drawing a fuck ton of cards, and it has the whole play pattern of this town ain't big enough, Leyline Bindings. No, there is no this town ain't big enough in these ones. But just casting the Beza, the Overlords to make big enchantments, and then Zur the Schemer to make them beat wholesale ass. You're just drawing a bunch of fucking cards.
Yeah. All right.
So congratulations, Matt Nass.
Yeah, there we go. All right, and then just I don't have all the details, but I at least have the winner, and I know what his deck was.
Okay.
Paradox today started up their Crazy 8. And for those of you listeners, it's one of our LGSs here in town. It's called the Crazy 8 tournament. Basically, there's 8 formats that go through tournaments and everything. Winner gets a sick play mat, which we can find and link somewhere. And then at the end of it, the top 8, so the 8 winners of those individual tournaments get to play at a final table. And the format for that is unknown. So it's things like Modern. I think there's going to be a standard one. There's going to be a sealed one in correlation with one of the releases. I think they're doing Pauper is one of them too.
Okay.
A couple other, and then Pioneer. There is no Commander one, which breaks my heart a little bit. There is a 2-headed one. So actually there's only 7 events. 2-headed partners, obviously, both get to go. So
right.
But yeah. So today was a Modern one. So hopefully he listens and hears his wonderful little shout out. Blake is the winner there.
Congratulations.
And to quote him directly, I think Underworld Breach is a fair and balanced deck that contributes a lot to a healthy format and should remain unbanned.
/S.
But Blake was playing some rug artifacts, and obviously won it all. He went 14-0.
Wow.
Yeah, or as he said, 7-0/14-0.
So each match was 2-0.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
Must be.
So you never lost a round.
That would be my guess. But
never lost a match.
He won. He kicked some ass. He took some names.
There we go.
So Blake is the only other person, by the way, I know to have finished the 32 challenge. And then deconstructed all of them.
Oh, that must have hurt.
Well,
you got to be a certain kind of person to build it and then deconstruct it.
Well, he deconstructed it after a while, but I was talking with him about it, and it was he goes, I just don't play Commander as much as I thought I would to justify having 32 decks. And I can see where he's at with that because, there are definitely some of the decks I don't play just because. I don't really play the mono blue does red things deck all that much.
Mm-hmm.
That might be if I bring someone new or I just want to dick around type of deck. So I don't know.
Very fair.
But yeah.
Before we go on, speaking of Paradox, I think Anthony would be a little sad if we didn't mention his recent accolades that he had playing the. It was a certain event that themes up. That has a theme with Aether Drift that Paradox was doing, where you can be.
They got racing jackets.
Yeah, where the top prize is a racing jacket, and the final match is sometime this month in March.
Yep.
Anthony, he got an invite last Saturday. He got 4th place, which got him an invite to the final table to play because the first 2. Of last Saturday's match, they already had an invite and stuff. So he got in there. So he's going to be playing to try and get that jacket, and he's very excited about it.
Sweet.
If you want to be talking standard with him right now, jump in the Discord. He is making an artifact deck. Base blue might be blue-white.
Super shocking.
Or blue-black.
I'm surprised, honestly, by his choice.
I know. I can see it in
He'll probably change it 5 different times between now and actually he'll change it 5 different times between the night before and the day of the event.
And you can say that knowing that you're going to get an earful from him because he will listen to this.
Oh yeah,
which is great.
And here's the thing: he'll even admit, "Yeah, you're right. I probably will change it a bunch." No, I won't change it a bunch of times, Garrett. I don't do that anymore. But what do you think about these changes?
So congrats, Anthony.
Yeah.
Let's see our boy take that jacket home.
Let's see it. But let's talk about some other upcoming events. So jumping over, this is open to anybody, everybody, depending on how much coin you have in your arena account or gems, that is. Another arena direct from March 7th to the 9th. This time, you're playing for some Duskmorn House of Horrors play boosters. 2 of them.
Boxes.
Yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
Not just the booster pack. This is what it sounded like. You get boxes, full-on boxes.
Yeah, so you get that. Obviously, you got to be 18 or older to participate. It's not available in all regions or territories void where it's prohibited. You must have an active and valid Wizards account. They will ship to a plethora of locations. There's also a list of places that they cannot. But here we go. I think our fans would be upset if we didn't go through the times in a certain way. So, if you would like to participate in the Arena Direct, the event opens on March 7th, 2025 at 8 a.m. specifically Pacific time.
It's been a while. You stumbled.
I did. But here you go. Ready? I stumble once just so I can run. And sign up closes on March 10th at 8 a.m. specifically Pacific time. The event completely ends March 10th at 11 a.m. specifically Pacific time. No matches may begin after this time, but matches that are in progress will be allowed to finish.
2 for 3.
Right, there we go. And then if you want to enter this, you got to have 5,000 gems per entry. The format is going to be a draft best of 1 using 3 packs of Duskmorn limited constructed. So you got to have 6 wins. You either finish with 6 wins or you finish with 2 losses. But if you happen to go 0-3, you get nothing. Not a single thing. Good day, sir or madam. If you do get 4 wins, you at least get 2,000 gems back. You get 5 wins, you get your money back or your gems back in a manner of speak. And then if you get 6 wins, guess what? You get those 2 booster boxes, play booster boxes. So.
And there's like a 250 cash if the boxes aren't available.
Yeah, so, which, who knows?
I think I might play this.
If I have 5,000 gems, I will. I'm not going to spend money.
I think I got 2,500 gems just sitting in my account.
Yeah, you should give them to me.
I'm going to use it for this. I just, not gems, but coins. I used a bunch of coins to get packs, to get wild cards, so I could finish up keep working on a blue-black ninja deck in Timeless that's supposed to emulate a modern ninja deck that I'm putting together.
There you go.
Which is one of the decks right here.
Oh,
I think it's this one.
Hey, can I see it?
Yes, this one right here.
Can I see it?
No.
Can I see it, please?
Sure.
Actually, don't give it to me. I'm just going to joke around and try to throw it.
I was struggling there again. The last one, so that way he could get the whole thing. You're like, he's putting too much effort into this. I don't want to break his heart.
I don't want to accidentally cards release. We already saw that my beer overflowed, so.
Yeah, I got a case of Butterfingers this evening.
Hey. I like Butterfingers.
Did you ever see that Butterfingers FBI commercial from like last summer where it was like, they were like 3-minute long commercials where they were trying to solve like who took the Butterfinger?
You know what I really miss, speaking of Butterfingers? The BB Bites.
Oh, in the little baggies there.
Yeah.
They don't have those anymore?
No.
Really?
Exactly.
I'm actually surprised.
Speaking of comic books and the FBI stuff.
Okay.
Side tangent. Danny's not here to keep us on track, so he's got to deal with this.
Yeah. Sorry, if you don't want this to happen, Danny, be here.
He won't listen.
I was about to say that we're preaching to the void right there. Speaking to the void.
Anthony, in the group chat for us hosts, let Danny know we called him out that he needs to be here to keep us on track. Anyway.
Yes.
So I saw, and I've seen this a couple of times, and I still think it's funny every time I see it.
Bye, Mage.
Bye.
Have fun on your hunts.
The idea of a CIA operative trying to assassinate Clark Kent, a.k.a. Superman, and them not knowing he's Superman, obviously.
Yeah.
And he just keeps living somehow. And then, like, it just needs to be a stupid comedy tour, like, series of
Is it
this.
not?
No, it's not.
That seems like that should have been...
This is all fan fiction, and I just need somebody to take the bullet and write the damn thing.
There has to have been somebody on, like, a
form somewhere
yeah,
that has, other than just that mean broad stroke idea, because honestly, I love it.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Anyway. Let's talk about some news.
Some news.
News. We got lots of news.
We're going to get a couple of the quickies here out of the way, starting off with achievements are now officially on Arena. And no, that's not the dailies at the bottom of your bar there where it's like attack with 30 creatures or cast 25
it's
red
things
spells.
Like play 25 standard games, play do certain things within colors, spend gold.
Enter 5 events,
Yep.
complete a midweek magic event, spend 5 mastery orbs, stuff like that. There's this whole core achievements and then color masteries as well. You get points, you can get titles, and it's pretty much it. That's it. There's a whole article that I linked here where they talk about their whole coming up with the idea of the achievements. It's kind of fun to read, but that's more if you want to like dive into the weeds of it. But primarily, you get rewards for doing achievements, and there's a fuck ton of them that you can work on, and you can get titles. And I've already played against people with titles. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, is this a WotC player? I'm like, oh no, that's right.
What I thought too.
That's titles.
Yep.
So
I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? Because Arena's the only place I play Standard.
Yes, Standard is good right now.
It is.
It's still very good. Yes, Domain is a big ass deck, but
Elves get through it.
I still play my enchantment deck. That still does me well.
I did build a second one, but yeah, elves do what I need them to do.
Elves be doing. Next quickie, I guess we'll get out here. Alchemy Aetherdrift is coming to Arena. Currently, the only cards that we have listed are, I think it's actually fully released now. When I first linked here, I think it only had like 10. Now the math is a lot. I think the whole set is released, and yeah, Aetherdrift Alchemy coming out. Then from that, I guess we'll just jump into the deep end.
Actually, here's the thing: is this really even a deep end thing? I mean,
deep into the point of there's going to be a controversial point that we are going to pick in here, I imagine.
I mean, we can go into it. So let's just start this off. Final Fantasy set is starting to get spoiled a little bit here and there. More so, like some previews came out.
Yep, at Pro Tour there.
Yep. So there is obviously going to be the main set. There is going to be the Commander set, and then the Through the Ages set, which is the bonus sheet, isn't it?
Essentially?
It's essentially just a bonus sheet. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk some legality. So, first off, this will be one of the first Universes Beyond standard legal sets in Magic the Gathering.
First of many.
And then there's obviously Commander cards. But so all of the main set will be standard legal, so that obviously means yes, ladies and gents, you can play these in any format really until they get banned. So, and then there's Commander, and then the Through the Ages cards. Those are going to be Commander legal, Legacy legal, and Vintage legal. Individual cards will also are also legal where they are already legal.
That's what. Okay, they are essentially special guests.
Yeah,
Through the Ages. Not bonus sheet. Special guests.
And then there's going to be play boosters for that. There's more on the website, but let's talk some MSRPs because we know, you like to know what's coming. So, for a play booster, it'll be $6.99. A collector booster, $37.99. Commander decks, the standard ones are going to be $60.99. The collector's edition Commander decks will be $149.99.
I don't think they have a video of like the foiling for the collector edition Commander decks, but I am guessing it's Surge foil.
That would be my guess.
I didn't recall if they said in here. I'm scanning real quick, but I don't see.
Yeah. But then there's going to be a bundle, so that'll be $69.99. There'll be a gift bundle, which will be $89.99. And there will be a starter kit for this, which, I don't know about you, but I've liked some of the starter kits that have come out for some of the Universes Beyond stuff. Like the Assassin's Creed one was really nice. It had some good decks in it. But pre-orders are up and running for this, so make sure to, if you're a Final Fantasy nut, get your cards. Get your cards. crack some packs. Buy your singles. Do whatever you're going to do and make your heart happy.
And
just remember to be responsible with your wallet.
And be prepared to jump into the discourse of this, because
Ooh.
you've heard about the discourse this week of the price of this one?
No, I have. I actually this week I haven't been paying as much attention as I normally do to this kind of stuff. So
Okay. So,
oh, sorry, there will be pre-release packs as well, just so everyone knows.
Yes.
Go on.
So, even though that this is a premier set, and a premier set is a standard set, and standard sets are supposed to be the cheaper packs, because there's premier and then premium.
Never mind, I
packs.
did hear about this.
Yes. This is a premier set, but it has premium pack pricing. It's 30-ish% more per pack, because a play booster of this is $6.99, as where a play booster of example of Tarkir Dragonstorm coming up is $5.49 and stuff. So people are not a fan of having a 30% increase on their premier set.
Yeah,
Premier's not premium. Premium is supposed to be, like the Modern Horizon set. Mark Rosewater went on Tumblr and said, yes, the prices are correct. It's a premier set, but the prices are higher because it is Universes Beyond.
Yep.
And that is...
It's understandable, but at the same time, it's...
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because it's Universes Beyond. Like, all the IP owners, they want to get their cuts.
Yep.
And they want to get a significant cut here. And I don't think there's prices of what we're going to be talking about towards the end here that just dropped today.
They haven't dropped prices for that yet,
Okay.
but I can imagine they'll be similar.
Yes, and because of that, everyone... Because, when you tell a Magic player that things are going to be more expensive, Magic players were upset when draft boosters got axed into play boosters and held the set booster price.
Yep.
Because that was $2 more, or $1.50 more, because it's $3.99. Yeah, $3.99, and it jumped up to $5.50, essentially. So, like a 33% increase, like 30-something% there as well.
Yeah.
So that's 2 times in 2 years where the price doubled from a draft booster, almost doubled from a draft booster to a now premier play booster.
And this is why I've legitimately more commonly now in the last year been a singles only buyer.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, other than a couple of things, exceptions, like obviously Foundations, I was like, oh hell yeah.
The way that a lot of these prices are moving up makes it hard for players to reasonably justify. Like if someone does have just an absurd need to just continuously buy products and put themselves in potential financial ruin, it's like that's not good. But with the prices of this, is like just it's a deterrent for so many players, because doubling of a pack, and let's see, so they haven't done the math. We got to do the math ourselves for a box, which is now 29 pack, or not 29 packs, 30 packs is 30 packs. What's 7 times 30 is 210.
Yep.
So 210-ish bucks for a premier booster box, which is way more than the 90 to 110 that we were paying 2-3 years ago.
It's nuts.
That's
and I mean,
so fucking nuts.
I mean, here's the thing. I get it. It's you're borrowing the IP from somebody, so the person that owns the IP wants their cut. You got to make your cut. You got to get them theirs. Why are we shifting these into standard then?
Yeah, that's the big deal.
But it's that catch-22. Why are we shifting everything into standard with the Universes Beyond stuff? But then at the same time, I'm sitting here going, oh God, thank you this year. There not being as many releases.
There's more releases. There's 6 premier sets this year than the 5.
But I don't know. Maybe it's also just because I'm not buying as much sealed anymore.
I do think that is a big shift of, at least for me, when it came to Magic purchasing fatigue. is when I stopped buying, when sets dropped, it's like, oh, it doesn't feel as much of an onslaught, you know. I still feel pretty engaged with the game, but I'm definitely not as engaged as I was at one point before. And yes, we got Goose saying that's why we buy singles.
Yep. So, I mean, it's one of those things like Innistrad Remastered came out. Yeah, of course, I'm going to buy some collector's boosters. It's a remastered set, so
yeah,
whatever. And, you know, how cool would it be to open a serialized card? I still have yet to do it, and I just want to do it once.
No kidding. That'd
just
be pretty
wanna
fucking
do it
cool.
Once. But
there's always pictures of people in the area that open theirs.
I know, and that's the part that gets me, that I just like, no, that's it. I'm done. I'm not buying any collector's boosters anymore. And then somebody in the area opens one and fuck. All right, fine, I'll get one. That's kind of why I bought two Foundation and two Innistrad Remastered ones. Actually, I blame Nomad for my second Innistrad Remastered one, but at the same time, I thank him.
Damn it, Nomad. But essentially, yes, pricing-wise, premier sets of the Universes Beyond, be prepared. They are going to cost more if you're going to be buying packs.
Yep. I
do appreciate, and I am pretty sure I had a bit of a soapbox when they announced that MSRP is back. I'm like, this is great. It's more clarity that consumers are going to need, so that way they know not to get like fucked over by some backpack seller fucking overmarking a price of a thing. Speaking of backpack sellers, I didn't put this one in the show notes here. TCG Player is partnering with WotC to have essentially a badge for sellers on TCG Player that are WPM stores. So if you are looking at a card, let's say fucking the Cactus guy in Final Fantasy here,
Yep.
and all these stores pop up that have them, there'll be a badge next to the store that says it's a WPN store, so you know that you're supporting a brick and mortar
Good.
WPN
That'll be nice.
store.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's a little bone. I know people probably are thinking that that's not necessarily enough, but I do feel that a lot of people are starting to be a little more conscious of what kind of purchasing they do, where their money goes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we just had that economic blackout yesterday, and everyone was like, buy local, fuck Amazon, fuck Walmart and shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've been behind that for a while. I'm like, I don't want to give them as much money as I want to.
Yeah.
And shit like that. But support local. Support your LGS.
As best as you can.
Yes.
Obviously, you've got places that don't have them, so
yeah.
You know, this will maybe be a way for you to support a LGS.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, there you go.
I think this is great. Even if it's not like in your area, giving money to an LGS is good. Understand, I'm pretty sure still TCG Player / eBay is still going to be getting a percentage of that sale there.
Exactly.
Which fucking sucks. If you want, though, you can see which ones are WPN official on TCG Player. Here's a little hack that you'd have to do. Essentially, you're just opening up another window after that. You see Mom and Pop A is on TCG Player. Go to their website. 9 times out of 10, the websites for these stores do have
their own storefront.
They do have their own storefront. So that way you don't
like
have to.
J-Dubs has their own. Paradox has their own.
Ultima Gaming in Detroit Lakes has their own.
And Accidentally Cool also has their own.
Yes. So like going that way. So use that. Be savvy. You know, give a little middle finger to TCG Player and to eBay.
Obviously, unless you have store credit, you need to use the store credit. Obviously, use your store credit.
Yes. Do what you can. But that is an option for you to do if you want to take the extra time to open a second tab there.
All right, but to finish off this Final Fantasy talk, now that we're off our soapbox, there will also be a couple secret layer. Specifically, what they're saying is 3 secret layer drops for Final Fantasy. So, you know, be prepared to get angry and not be able to get your secret layers.
Yes. Did you say the date when this drops?
June
13th.
June 13th. Yep.
June 13th.
I'll be down in good old Wapaton when this happens.
Kicking some balls?
No.
Oh, not kicking some balls.
Teaching some government.
Oh, even better.
Boys State.
Boys State. Let's go.
Which, the only funny part there is, you know, their Walmart puts out product the day before it gets released. Hence the reason I was able to secure an extra set of Modern Horizons 3 Commander decks. That was nice.
You can't go wrong.
No. But speaking of releases, we got some first looks at Tarkir Dragonstorm. So yeah, let's talk that a little bit. They released a couple of the cards already. Well, a handful of the cards, I should say. And then they also talked what some of the products will be coming out of this at MagicCon Chicago. So there's going to be the main set, per typical. The expansion set, which is pretty much just the commander decks. There we go. And then the expansion symbol, which I think that one is just special guests. There we go. So they've got those three MSRPs for this. Play boosters, $5.50, 49 cents if you want to be technical. Collector booster, $24.99. Commander decks are going to be $44.99, and bundles, those are going to be $53.99. Some important dates to sit and look out for is March 7th. The Magic Story podcast will have the 5 clans of Tarkir Dragonstorm, or they'll be talking that there, and some of the stories will be coming out from March 3rd to the 17th. Debut and previews will begin on March 18th. The full card image gallery will be out and about on March 28th. Pre-release is going to be April 4th through the 10th. Standard showdowns will be April 4th through June 5th. The Magic Academy will be March 4th through June 5th as well. The arena release date will be April 8th. Worldwide tabletop release will be April 11th. Then they've got some Commander Parties Round 1 from April 11th to the 17th. They've got Magic Presents Spring Flourishes, which I'm guessing you got more info on that.
I do. That we talked about that before. That's the in-store events where they give away the D&D Secret Lair non-movie cards.
There we go.
As prizes. So like that D&D Secret Lair for the movie that came out, Thieves, Honor Among Thieves or whatever, last summer or the summer before.
Yep.
There's a Secret Lair with that. They're now going to be in-universe.
There we go. That will be April 18th through May 4th. Store Championships will be May 3rd through June 1st. And Commander Party Round 2, May 16th through this 22nd. So go to your LGS, pre-order this stuff. Obviously, it's going to be coming out sooner. If you're into the story's obviously releasing here
this week.
Yep.
End of this week.
Monday.
No, today's the 1st. Next Friday.
Dude, the story starts on the 3rd.
Oh, the podcast. I was looking at the podcast bit there.
The
Yeah,
story starts on the 3rd. There you go.
My bad. I was just seeing that March 7th is when the podcast starts, and I'm a podcast person. So,
dude, speaking of listening things. So I'm finishing a book I'm currently listening to. I have another book checked out.
Okay.
That I was recommended. But then today, the second book of Red Rising.
Oh, you finally got it?
Finally got it today. So I'm sitting here
Nice.
going, damn it, I'm going to have to recheck that one out. Because then I've got like 4 hours left on my current one. And then the next one I was told I should read is a 21-hour one. And Red Rising second book is 23-hour listen.
Holy Jesus.
But the book is so good.
Or
at least the first one was.
I got it on my wait list right now, and I think I'm 8 weeks out for Red Rising. I just got Mistborn, Brandon Sanderson's first book, and that's a 23-hour read. But I'm currently finishing. I've never read Tom Sawyer, so
Okay.
I checked that one out. I'm halfway through that. But then I also have Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Repair.
So
and
one that I don't think I ever finished the series myself, but I think I'm going to maybe re-listen to the whole series, is the Eldest books.
Oh,
So the Aragon books.
Because that came out with a movie back in like 2008 or whatever.
Garbage movie.
2006.
It was garbage.
Yeah, I never watched the movie and I never read the books, but I had friends who read the books, and they're like, if you don't watch the movie.
The books were so good.
And because of that, I'm half tempted as well for the books, but I never got around to it.
I think this summer I might reread them, because I think the only one I hadn't read was the fourth one.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Just got a plug here. Go check out your library.
Yeah.
Because they got ebooks that you can do there by creating a library, getting a library card there. Free to check out books.
And
Support your local library, man.
And like our libraries here in town, they use Libby.
Libby, yeah.
So we can listen to our books. So Matt, being the garbage man connoisseur
Yes.
of books and podcasts, me being the teacher that dresses up as a middle schooler and has a headphone in all day, and then jokingly goes, "Joke's on you. I'm using it." My principal came up. Would you take the headphones on? I'm like, no, though. And I show my phone. I'm like, I'm listening to my book. Being a different type of nerd.
I'm not listening to the new age rap hip hop. I promise.
Okay, so it was really funny is one of our 7th grade English teachers who like is 40 books in for the year already. And I was like, how the fuck do you do that?
Wait, 40 books in for the
This
2025?
year. Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, that was a slow connection there. It's like 40 bucks. But it's the start of the year. We're just starting the third fucking month. 40 bucks.
She's like somewhere in that, like she's double digit and then some.
That's 9 weeks.
I know.
We're at 9 weeks. That's over 10 bucks a week.
Yeah, she reads like a book a week or a book a day.
I was about to say, it has to be more than a book a fucking week.
Yeah.
Book a goddamn
so
Jesus.
I was like,
balls.
I'm like, how the fuck do you do this? And she's like, Garrett, I don't have kids. Yep, there you go. I'm like, say less. Yep.
Is she one of these people that goes to the Wild Terra for their afternoon book reads?
No,
stuff?
but we do have a book club. Like they meet on Wednesday nights.
Gotcha.
Once a month to discuss certain books. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to read those books, but I'll come every once in a while. And I was going to go this last week, but then it was parent watch night at dance.
Mm-hmm.
So went to go watch my kid dance.
Of course.
So I was like, I'll come to the next one, I promise. So mainly because that'll be the last one I'll be able to go to before track season starts up. So
you got to get that time in.
Yes, sir.
I've been thinking about a book club. I've joined
we kind of have our own book club though, you and I.
Between the two of us, yeah. Sad note, still haven't watched Ready Player One.
Fuck off. Get to it, goddammit. You and I need to talk the book and the movies, and then you need to read Ready Player 2.
Dude, the fucking book. I will talk the book with you because that's a fabulous fucking book, Ready Player One. I cannot believe that I took that long to fucking read it.
Dude.
And stuff.
Well,
so good.
Hey, you know what? That's a great fucking segue.
Yeah, it is.
Let's talk some Marvel Spider-Man, dude.
There we go.
Hell yeah. So, if you guys obviously haven't figured out listening to the podcast at all, and every now and then we talk other things, I love comic books. So, and honestly, a lot of people my age, one of the first comic book characters they read about was Spider-Man. And I got into comic books a little bit more in middle school-ish time frame because of my older cousin who, when I would go out to the family farm and be there for the summers, he's like, hey, got some Spider-Man comic books if you want to read them. I was like, okay. And I would sit there and read comic books all day after I was done doing things on the farm. So I'm super excited for this. You know what I'm super sad about, though?
What's that?
No commander decks.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Well, I mean, they got the
same
legendary creatures.
At the same time, though, I am happy about it.
Hold on. Before I forget, I do want to emphasize, rewind real quick. Final Fantasy, they said that they're going to have over 100 legendary creatures in that set.
Jesus fuck.
Just wanted to point that out there. They didn't give an actual number, but it's over 100. And that's fuck. So just talking about that. There are legendary creatures in the Spider-Man set that you could use to make a commander deck out of. Yes, you don't have a pre-constructed commander deck, but we have a lot of cards to make your own commander deck.
Oh, no, I know. So, they have released some of the cards. And this is in previewed. Yes, sorry, previewed. They haven't released them. They previewed
fucking
them.
Making people shit their pants. It's like, oh my god, we can get the Spider-Man cards
right
right now.
Oh my god. So the cards they previewed are going to be very similar to the Lord of the Rings, where they're going to be scene cards. So the first one that they released was the Sensational Spider-Man. I'm just going to give the names. I won't go into what they do because, well, Nah, I won't go into them.
We'll have another podcast.
Go and experience these for yourself. They did release the price for this one, though. MSRP is $41.99.
Oh, for this. So when Garrus has seen like where it's
all the arts are going to work together to make one big picture.
Yes.
So they've got the Sensational Spider-Man as one of the cards. They've got Venom, Deadly Devourer. I'm going to be pissed if they don't have him as the Lethal Protector name at all. I'm going to be pissed.
What do you mean?
Venom is the Lethal Protector. We'll go. No, I'm not falling into your shit.
Is that a comic book thing?
Yes, it's a comic book
thing.
Okay.
I was about to say, like, I don't know about the Lethal Protector, but he was with, like...
There is a good chunk of time where they tried to make him a little bit more anti-hero.
Is that when he was on the Red Hulk's team and he had, like, an AR-14 or whatever?
That's Agent Venom.
Okay. Pretty close. Give me credit on that one.
I'm giving you credit. I'm not getting pissed at you.
That was an earnest swing. Just want to make it clear. It was an earnest.
I didn't see the shit-eating grin behind the mic on this one, so I knew I was gonna drink my beer and then throw the can at you. No, so the Venom symbiote has had a couple of different hosts, but he's been with Eddie Brock. There was a time in like the late 90s, if I remember correctly, where they started trying to make him a little bit of an anti-hero, so they called him the Lethal Protector.
Okay.
Yeah, so there we go. The next one is Doc Ock, Evil Inventor.
Very evil looking.
Yes. And then...
It's straight up the Doc Ock from the TV series.
Well, that was the comic book art they used for a while for him, too, and they still kind of do every once in a while.
I never read any of the Spider-Man comic books. I was the Amazing Spider-Man TV show watcher. And then also because of that, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends TV show watcher.
Yep.
Fucking love that one.
But to go along with Doc Ock, you've got his grasping tentacles. And then we've got Green Goblin, Nemesis, which the part of this that really kind of throws me off, but I'm not surprised by. He's not green in his mana cost at all.
Yeah, the
like,
Green Goblin.
I'm sitting here like, I mean, I get it, but
it fits into the color, the color pie, the console of colors. I imagine that there was so much debate.
But come on,
Rosewater
they
and his
made
console.
Captain America red, white, and blue. Come on.
But he falls in those, not logistically, morally, and like the purpose of the colors. Like he falls into the categories.
I know.
Green is about like regrowth, getting better, and being one with nature. And Green Goblin, a little far from that.
I know. But come on. It's in the fucking name. Anyway, let's move on. You got his pumpkin bombs with him.
Goose is saying Green Goblin, more like Rakdos Goblin.
Right, exactly. Thank you. So then these 6 cards, when you put them all together in a particular way, they make a nice, beautiful art scenery.
It's pretty fucking sick. Not gonna lie.
It's great.
You're going to have to, like, given the chance, if you haven't seen them yet, click the link in the description down below so that way you can see it. Because it looks pretty cool. And
then with this box, you get 3 play boosters of the Spider-Man release. The nice part is it seems like, even though those are the only cards they've previewed, we can maybe infer a couple of other characters that should be in this set based off of the box work. So they've got the play booster box. And then on the collector box, they have Ghost Spider or Spider-Gwen. And then they will have welcome decks. So these will be theme decks that are ready to play. They're there. They're ready. There you go. But then they've got Spider-Man 2099 that I'm guessing should be a character in there. Obviously, Venom we already talked about. Spider-Gwen we already talked about. Then we talked about, or haven't talked about, but Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Let's fucking go.
Should be in there. For those of you who really like the movies, there you go. For those of us that are, like I said, comic book nerds, everyone remembers a bunch of the you can't make Spider-Man black controversy back in the day.
Fuck him.
because he technically comes from a different universe, but thanks to comic book shenanigans, he's in the main universe now.
Fucking Into the Spider-Verse is fucking phenomenal
Right.
movie. I haven't watched the second one.
Ooh, dude.
First
It's
one was
good.
fucking so good.
I want the third one to hurry the fuck up and
Oh,
come
is there
out.
going to be a third one?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry. Spoiler. There is going to be a third one.
Oh, fucking spoilers.
Or at least there should be. If it doesn't get put in developmental hell.
Oh, is that one going to be more focused on Nick Cage? Spider Noir?
No, but there is going to be a Spider-Man noir show.
On Disney Plus?
I don't know if it's going to be on Disney Plus,
Okay.
but I think it might be an Amazon one.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I vaguely recall seeing something about that, like Nick Cage reprising his role as Spider Noir, or Noir Spider.
Spider-Man noir.
Okay.
But yeah, there is going to be a bundle for Spider-Man as well as pre-release pack. Bundles are going to be $69.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot to put the whatchamacallit, the link in for this one, but also during Pro Tour, we got the official announcement of
Yes.
the rumors are no longer rumors. I'm pretty sure we talked about. Did we talk about?
We did talk about. It was a quickie
Yeah, as
about
like a
how they
rumor, but
were.
we weren't gonna like solidify
How they
it,
were
but we were
maybe
just excited about it.
solidifying that on Arena. They were hinting at Avatar being around.
Yeah, and the only reason why we wanted to talk about that is because we're both big Avatar nerds, and if you couldn't tell, it's because it is confirmed that the last Universes Beyond set this year is going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So the funny thing about this is a coworker of mine tonight actually
Okay.
was talking to me, and we talk video games and stuff like that, and he's like, "Oh, Garrett, are you an Avatar: The Last Airbender fan?" And I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "How excited are you?" And I stopped him, and I was like, "That's gonna be a Magic set. I'm super fucking excited." And he's like, "I was actually talking about the new series because I don't really play Magic, but." It's like, I'm really excited for the third series too, but it's a fucking Magic set now.
Yes. No cards previewed for that. They have a little teaser trailer, and then the creators of Avatar, they had a press release article where they're like, "We're very excited that we got to be able to do this. People love Avatar and stuff." So that was pretty cool. Side note as well with Avatar, did you know that there's a D&D role playing game of Avatar?
I think I did.
Beatles and Grimm is making in-depth documents and stuff for it, products like what Beatles and Grimm does. So that's how I heard about it. So I thought that was neat as well. Maybe plug that in here as well. But yeah, Avatar: The Last fucking Airbender. Let's go. That's definitely one that gets my goose, gets my goat.
Yep.
In the good way, because I fucking want this set.
Oh my god.
There's a handful of IPs that would fucking make me go wild if they finally did it. First
and
off,
this is one of them.
first and foremost, they have this ability. Fucking Power Rangers. That has to be on their short list of what's coming.
This point, I've seen so many people just make their cards.
That would be such
their
a
Power
great.
Ranger cards for decks. I'm just tempted to just grab the cards and just fucking print them and play them.
Let's fucking go. We need some
Right.
Power Rangers. Give me. Start off with Mighty Morphin, but you don't forget about Zero. Don't forget about Lost Galaxy.
See, here's the thing.
You got so
here's
much.
the thing that they could do with this. You ready?
Let's hear it.
We could go back to block sets.
Yeah.
We could go back to block sets. First set in the Power Rangers, or first block in the Power Rangers set. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? The Saban era.
Okay.
So like the stuff you and I grew up on.
Yeah.
The Zordon era.
Yes.
Okay. Then you jump into the Disney era. Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm is good.
You know,
I played the fucking DS, the Game Boy Advance game of that, and fucking loved that.
Nice. And then finish it off with Dino Thunder. Okay.
What? Are you gonna be talking about Lord Draken getting incorporated in this as well?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on there. Okay. And then the third one is the Nickelodeon era. Ended with the Netflix series that they did to finish everything off. Okay. And then, work the comic books in there a little bit. Give them some taste. Give them some teases.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Lair drops in Lord Draken, the Ranger Slayer,
That's
the
fucking.
coinless
I'd be totally in on this.
motherfucker. Wizards, hire me, damn it!
Fucking power. They got close connections with, like, because they make the toys for Power Rangers. They got close connections with the owners of the Power Rangers IP. Like, come on.
Let's go.
So yeah,
Make it
Power
happen.
Rangers,
Make it happen.
Monster Hunter. I think would be a great fucking addition.
It would be.
As a Universes Beyond, very magic-y feeling.
Yep.
And The Witcher for sure as well.
Ooh, that would be a good one. You know what would be a really good collab they should do next?
What?
Magic the Gathering.
You were waiting for that one.
I
weren't you?
was. Well, shit.
I think that's the news that we got there.
We're at the end of the news, man.
Yeah.
So obviously we'll drop the link for looking at the arts and the cards and stuff. The cards and stuff are really cool. I didn't want to share them just because they are cool and it's the first of things. But go look at how that art all works together. So
It's really good.
but shall we jump into it?
Let's go into the Conjured Currency, who Garrett is playing.
Is it me?
It's you, because
Okay,
I played last time. I got 4
Oh,
games.
that's right.
I got 4 games under my belt.
I got
You only
I got to
3.
get to 4.
Yep.
Okay. Is this
So-
pretty much just the Matt versus Garrett game
At this
at
point.
this point?
At this point.
All right. So, well,
Anthony might take advantage of that because he has a Dirty Jameson on his record.
He
He's like,
does.
yeah, let's scrub that. No, we got Anthony
No.
has to stay
No.
on because of his Dirty
he
Jameson.
does. He does. Okay. So this is what we got. Well, Matt's pulling some stuff up and doing what he needs to do, so that way I don't see his screens.
Oh,
And
I got
you
him.
already got him.
I came prepared.
Fuck yeah, brother. All right, so this is the Conjured Currency game where we go to mtgstocks.com. They have a wonderful article called the Weekly Winners article, and they talk about 3 to 4 cards moving up in price, 3 to 4 cards moving down in price, and then we test each other's knowledge on what might be causing these cards to go up, or we only talk about the cards that are going up. So we give relevant information that might be needed. All-time lows, highs, what sets they're legal in, which sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't. Yeah, and then we have a running total of everything, so there we go.
I want you to know, I'm prepared for tonight. I read this article ahead of time. Even.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, hit me with your best shot. What do we got?
Starting up,
Hit me with your best shot.
fire away. We have Stock Up, which is blue 2 for a sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. This just came out in Aether Drift. So, it's only been out for a little bit, and it had a 950% increase, but only putting it at $4.20.
Because it's an uncommon.
Yep.
Yep.
Market price currently, as of today, $3.12. Average $4.
All right.
Foils are going for $5.50. European average 72 cents. And yes, this is currently the all-time high that it has. It's only
Gotcha.
been out for a little bit. It is an uncommon. Why is this one moving up in price?
The hard part is this is legal in everything except
Oh.
for Popper and Penny.
Yes, legal in everything.
So, I mean, I'm honestly just going to go with standard on it just because it is a new card. And I don't know, like anything with blue in it, honestly, because it does do a little bit of filtering of cards. It's more expensive, but you get to look at more sleight of hand. Yeah, I'm just going standard, and it's in a, it's in blue plus deck.
I'll give you the full point for that.
Okay.
It is because of standard, and the crazy thing is that this was in the sideboard of Matt Nass's domain deck
Okay, cool.
as a one of, and it jumped up this much because of it.
Jesus. Okay.
And yeah, Standard is picking it up right now. A lot of different decks are using it. The Esper Pixie deck, as well as the Domain decks. But also, it mentions here it's getting played in all the different formats as well. In Modern Grinding Station, Legacy Show and Tell, and Vintage is finding its way as well.
It really is just it's a better.
It's a good card.
It's not necessarily better, but it's an additional sleight of hand.
The card that they're using as a analogy here is Anticipate.
Yep, that works too. Yep.
So full point there.
Sweet.
Also, good news for you. This is a potential 4-point week.
Is it?
There's 4 cards on here.
Okay. All right.
Next card, we have Dropkick Bomber.
Fucking shit. It's in everything.
Red 2, Creature Goblin Warrior, 2/3, that reads, other goblins you control get +1/+1, and has red. Until end of turn, another target goblin you control gains flying, and when this creature deals combat damage, sacrifice it. It was printed in Foundations and Foundations Jumpstart. Jumped up Friday 191% and was sitting at $19.85. Today, the day after, market price $8.78, average $19.84. Does not have any foil printings. Why is Dropkick Bomber moving up in price?
See, I could just do the same logic that it's like a standard goblins deck, but goblins are big in every format, so I could probably just go. I could probably say modern goblins, and it might be right. Fuck it. Let's go modern goblins.
I'll give you like 0.75.
Okay.
0.75. It is because of it does get seen playing in Standard. Very low numbers.
Yeah.
It had 2 appearances in single copies of the Pro Tour this last weekend.
Okay.
But Goblin decks for Commander and in Legacy, it's replacing like Sticker Goblin kind of a thing and like a Goblin deck. Of note,
Mind Goblin.
Yes. Of note here as well, the Dropkick Bomber with the Foundation's printing itself. That's not in Foundation booster packs. That's in the Foundation beginner box. So it's limited quantities in there, and you can only get it in the Jumpstart packs, which is harder pulls for being a rare in a Jumpstart pack because they're all pre-constructed in a certain way. So just because of that kind of scarcity for a Goblin Anthem here.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So 0.75 points for that.
Hey, I'll take it.
Next up, we have Goblin Lore.
Fucking Christ.
Red 1, sorcery. Draw 4 cards, then discard 3 cards at random. It's a sorcery. Jumped up 309% and is now was then at $13.49 as of Friday. Today, market price. This is the 10th edition printing. There are they had a list printing, a Jumpstart printing, 10th edition, Starter 99, and Portal Second Age. This one specifically is the 10th edition, which market price of $2.10. Average $12.77. European average $1.49. Foils, 10th edition. Drum roll, please. $80.
Damn it. Well, I mean, it's older printing.
So, Garrett, Goblin War. Why this moving up in price?
This one I actually think I might know.
Oh, let's get it, baby.
Might. I remember seeing... What deck was that? I'm saying modern. I'm trying to remember the deck. Obviously, there's red in it. Can you look up something for me real quick? Or is that within our parameters of our rules?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
What does the hollowed one do? Because I feel like that had something to do with discarding. I think it's just hollow one.
It is. Hollow 1, 5 colorless artifact creature golem. Costs 2 less to cast for each card you've cycled or discarded this turn, and it has cycling for 2, and it's a 4/4.
Modern hollow one deck.
full on point.
Fuck yes.
Full on point. So it's popping up because Hollow One is becoming popular again because of one card, Marauding Mako, which is a new card from Aether Drift. It's a 1-drop that reads whenever you discard a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this, and it has cycling as well. So turn 1, you drop that. Turn 2, you play Goblin Lore. You have a 4/4. And then you can also play a Hollow One as well on turn 2. So it puts down a lot of stuff pretty quickly, and it kind of got the boost as well from Faithless Looting. So, yeah, Hollow One. Full point. 2.75 right now.
Yes.
Are you ready for your final points?
Jesus Christ. It's very rare we have 4.
It is very rare we have 4. We have Putrid Goblin. Single black, Zombie Imp, 1/1, reads, discard a card. This creature gains flying till end of turn, and it has Threshold. As long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, this creature gets +1/+1 and can't block. So Friday, it jumped up 79% and was at $5.34. Today, Saturday, the day after, market price $5.09. Average price $5.18. European average 64 cents. Foils $24.50. This has a couple printings, and the one specifically we're talking about is Torment, but it also has the Graveborn deck from back in like 2009, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then an online printing, so that one doesn't matter. So there's just those 2 printings, and we're talking about the Torment one. So yes, $5.09, $5.18 average. Why is Putrid Imp moving up in price?
Wish it was legal in Modern. I would just use the same answer.
Yes. Oh, not legal in Standard, not legal in Pioneer, not legal in Modern, but it is legal in Legacy, Vintage Commander, Oathbreaker, Penny, and Pauper.
Commander, and I'm going the Esper Zombie deck.
Full point.
Fuck yeah.
Full point. The guy, the article, Arjun was talking about how he used to play this in a Legacy Reanimator deck because it's a free way to discard a card and it's a cheap way to do it as well. But that is not the reason. It is because of the Eternal Might precon. Hashaton Scarab's Fist is just free way of discard a card. And then you pay the 3 mana to copy it and eternalize whatever you discard there.
Exactly,
so.
yeah.
You, sir. 3.75.
Yeah, buddy.
Fucking fire. That's a lot of fucking points. That puts you, that solidly plants you in the lead at 11 points. 11. With me in second at 8.94.
I was about to say, even if I didn't have the extra one.
Yeah, even if you didn't have the extra one, you're still fucking clear. You were at 8 before this.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck yeah.
Now, some cheap pickups here. We have Zimone Paradox Sculptor that came out in Foundations. $3 moving up, and that one was called out because of the MTG Stocks Premium Penny Stock feature. Then you have Academy Ruins, which is the Aether Drift printing from the Commander deck. $5.42 and slowly moving down. Big fan of Academy Ruins because that is the put target artifact from your graveyard on top of your library for blue 1.
Yes, yes.
Kalia the Vast from Modern Horizons 3, $3.95 and moving up.
Nice.
So there you have it. That is your weekly winners, your contra currency.
But if you wanna spec out some of these cards or products that we were talking about today, all on your own, head on over to TCG Sniper. They have a wonderful premium version of their account that allows you to put any number of products on a list to be watched, for them to go up or down to a desired price. You get a notification, all of that kind of stuff. But if you say the guys at This Week in MTG sent you, you get 3 months of the premium for free. But at the end of that 3 months, if you go, hey, I really can't afford this, eggs are too damn expensive, I can't afford extra things, you know what? Their basic membership is pretty good too. You get 15 slots that you can put on there
for free.
For free. and you still get those notifications, so you can keep maybe you got some spec buys in a long-term sense on there that you want, and then you got some short-term ones that you can filter in and out. Go for it. It's a great resource. Matt and I have used it. We have some fun stories with it. Funny stories, I should say.
Yes.
And then, I'm sure he still has Hullbreaker Horror on his.
Yes.
Yes. But, it's a great service, especially if you are trying to be financially responsible with your magic hobby. So,
Goose, I don't know if you want to be saying that you're stealing eggs on the web, on the web for people to see everywhere around the world here.
Well, he is a goose, though.
Silly goose, don't steal eggs.
All right, but hey, that wraps it up for us today, man.
That wraps it up. You got anything else you want to add here?
I can't wait to see how far into the series you and I get of the Matt and Garrett show.
4 episodes?
Well, like, are we getting an additional trilogy? Are we just acknowledging that this becomes a series where we have some Hobbs and Shaw adjacent stories of like you and Anthony and Matt? What's going on here? I don't know.
I just got to say here real quick, Goose, I don't know what's up with Nightbot telling you to stop spamming emotes. It fucking sucks. Perfectly fine.
I think it's just you put a lot in one message. I don't know.
Yeah, 4 in one message ain't that much.
Who knows? Well, 4 of the same. Maybe that's why.
Fuck off, Nightbot.
Who knows? We'll have to talk to Danny and have him recalibrate Nightbot there.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I got nothing else.
Thank you to all you legendary Magic folk for making it to the end of episode 243 of This Week in MTG. As we wrap up another episode, gotta extend our deepest gratitude to you, our incredible listeners. Your enthusiasm fuels our passion for all things Magic, and we are honored to be a part of this vibrant community. Stay tuned for more exciting updates, discussions, and insights in the world of Magic. Until next time, may your mana be plentiful and your draws ever favorable. Keep gathering those magical moments. Goose is saying it's ruining his fun. Yeah, Goose, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about that. Danny's the one that set it up. And this is the first time, because I don't think, you're pretty notorious for spamming emotes. Not saying that's bad or anything, but fuck. Yeah.
Who knows?
Peace out, Goose.
Have a good time.